welcome back to another video. It's Herschel and I, and today we're recording something very special. So I wanted to tell you all about
That's suspicious.
1 second. So anyway, like I was saying, I wanted to talk to you all about a story I'm going to be making. This story is going to be super important to me. I was planning on making so many other stories, but this story is going to have a character that's based off of me. It is called the Summoner. The Modern Time Summoner. But anyway, like I was saying, it's called the Modern Time Summoner. So in this world, 1 second. Let me go ahead and show you a story. Okay, anyway, let me go ahead and show you storyline and the characters that are going to be for the Modern Girl. Because I named it Modern Girl Gets Summoned. So basically, it's a story where a modern time girl, in other words, me, So what happened is, me and my friend, we're both in the modern time world, but we get summoned to the medieval world, but in two different places. So how we get summoned is that we run into a fairy that's 4'6". That's how short she is. She's a fairy genie. We run into her, and she has a book and a video game called the Modern Time Summoner. I get the book, my friend gets the video game. No, I get the video game, he gets the book. And so we're both heading home. I just finished playing the game in the middle of the night. I was playing the game all day during a weekend. So how we get summoned, it's both a weekend day for us. So on our day off, we went to the market just to check things out, And that's when we come across the fairy. So basically, when we come across the fairy, that's when my friend gets the book and I get the video game. So we both return home after that. And I play the video game and he's busy reading the book. And I'm about to go to sleep because I just finished playing the video game and I finished all the levels for it, and my character's a high level with very credible abilities. And so when I just finished it and I'm about to go to bed, that's when I get summoned. Me and my friend both get summoned into that world. I get summoned into the palace. And that's where I meet the male protagonist. The male protagonist is a male. Somewhere in here has the male protagonist. Zava. Yeah, Zava. Zava, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. Don't question me on that. But for most point, his name is right there. It starts with the Z and has the N. But yeah, he's the one I meet when I go to the world first. So I'm in a palace. My friend's in a normal village. I think I either said a normal village or like a forest of the sort. Either way, we're both in completely different places. Oh yes, and I forgot to mention, we meet the fairy genie elf, in the plaza of the mall. It's like one of those outdoor malls. Yeah, it's one of those outdoor malls. It's either an outdoor mall or a regular mall. You can either think whatever one you want, but it's a mall of the sorts. Anyway, like I was saying, this isn't the only story I want to be making. I want to do so many other stories. And I want to have some of them have me and some of them don't have me. So what I'm saying is I want stories that have me in it and then some not have me in it. Because I don't want to put myself in a story all the time. But I do want to have some stories that are quite interesting. For instance, I want to have a story that is, how should I put this? So you all know how there are so many villainous stories, like Beware the Villainous, or Villains Are Destined to Die, or The Villainous is a Marionette. Stories like that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. Stories exactly like that. Of course, it's not going to be made exactly like that, to where the characters are going to be exactly like that. But I want to have a story where I have a villainous character just like that. But except, I want to make the heroine the villain. You know, there are I've read quite a few stories that had the heroine as the villainess, but not a lot of them have the heroine as the villainess. Which is why I kind of want to promote that. Not promote that, but like kind of get that going. I know some stories, the heroine kind of acts like a villain, but isn't really the villainess. The heroine just acts like a villain, but they aren't really the villainess. And I want to do something like that, where the heroine is actually the villainess. But instead, I was going to name it The Villainess is Manipulative. In other words, I was going to do something like Ayanokoji. Because you know how Ayanokoji only cares about winning? Because to him, winning is everything. I want to have someone that has kind of that similar personality to him. Because the personality he gives off is that he is extremely manipulative and that he will do anything just to win. So I want to kind of have someone with that exact same character personality, where they only care about either it's winning or it's something else. But for the most part, I want to have a character that has something along those lines. I'm also going to be doing the genre of the stories as well. But for the most point, I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. But I have so many more ideas I want to do. You know, writing stories and all that. They're not going to be going... Should I put them on Wit? I'll leave that to you guys to think if I should put it on Wit. Because if you guys have been reading my Wit, you know I'm pretty good at writing. But anyway, I think I'm going to end the video off here. Bye, everyone. And I have so many other stories I want to mention, but I can't mention them just yet. But I will, at some point, give you a preview of all the other stories I want to make. A preview of the characters and their names. I'll give you a preview of that someday, but not right now. Anyway, I'm going to end the video off here. Bye, everyone.